safe fantasy, I'd like to be fed. Give me a romance in only one bed. Fighting or flirting, a sweet little treat. Reading or watching our picks of the week. Probably years at this point.
So many years.
I finally, on a whim, listened to The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, and dog, I cannot say enough good things about this fucking book.
It took you long enough.
Literally, I don't know what it is. I think it was like available now on Libby or like Skip the Line, and I was like, oh, Jordan always talks about this book. Might as well just, do it for the plot. And then I ended up fucking loving it insatiably. The like dialogue, the bickering, the tension building.
I will say I tried to read her second book. It was like a Halloween Frankenstein one. It's not as good.
Interesting.
She might have been a one and done author, but there is something like you said about the dialogue.
Yeah.
But I do think your experience with this recommendation is reflective of the general recommendations you get on books. Like everyone will tell you, you should read that book.
Yep.
You should read that book. And we're like, yeah.
Maybe one day.
10 years later.
I'll eventually.
But if you find the book on your own,
yeah, that's true.
You're going to start it right away.
Like, I can do this. It's interesting though, because I feel like had I read it when you first recommended it before I had gone like full nosedive into Dramione, I'd be like, I would enjoy it. But with the Echo overprint of Dramione on top of it, fucking incredible too. This was meant to be Dramione fanfic. I don't know if it originated in that like a long, long time ago, but the dynamic between them, that she's like a weird, know-it-all.
She collects Smurfs, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. So the premise of this book, I mean, it's been out for a while. I feel like it's one of those books that existed on the periphery of everybody's like radar, where you like heard about it, but maybe like never actually sat down and like read it or read the synopsis. But it's two rival publishing houses that merged when one of them was going through some financial yada yada. Both of the main characters are executive assistants, I think, to the CEOs. And it's one of those like place enemies to lovers. Since the merger, they have been like, I am going to fucking destroy you and I'm going to enjoy it and watch and laugh the whole time. And so they like sit across from each other and you immediately get that like parasocial relationship where it's like, yeah, you hate them, but like girly pop.
There's an underlying attractiveness there.
Yeah. And like, you know exactly all of his thoughts based on like facial expressions. She knows what shirt he's going to wear based on, the day of the week. She knows when he gets up to use the bathroom, like he has a schedule, and she's like, I fucking know everything that you do. And it's like, honey, you can say that you hate him, but like, girly.
You do not.
And so obviously, as all enemies to lovers, workplace romances progress, all of their bickering, continues. And then all of a sudden she pretends that she has a fake date with a fake boyfriend. And,
I forgot about that part. That was so cute.
Yep. And obviously her opponent, rival, whatever, he's like, oh, this is my chance. She is like having this fake whatever, but this is like, I can show up there, I can escort her there, and then we'll be on like our first date. And little does he know that she actually went out and found some like random dude who was like kind of best part. He's like an animator or something, and they're like, and she's like, oh, I have never really talked to you before, but like we should get drinks tonight at 7 at this very specific restaurant. And he's like, okay. And unfortunately for the rival, he sees her there with this random dude, and he's like, I don't like this. And from there progresses into the, I'm going to call your shit. And then she gets like sick halfway through too.
Okay, let me talk about that scene, because there are like certain parts of this book where it's burned into my memory. Where she gets like the cold flu, she's home with the cute little sniffles, straight out of You Got Mail with like Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, because she also gets sick, and Tom Hanks' character is like already in love with her, and he just shows up her house with daisies and like soup and is taking care of her, and she's like, why are you here, why do you like me? And it's like the exact same thing.
I love it. And he has his like brother to come in and like help out, and she's like, who is this random dude? And he's like, it's fine. Oh my God.
The paintball scene.
Oh my God, too. It was so funny. And I think sometimes it's difficult to relay humorous situations in books sometimes, because it's definitely one of those, like, if you were there, you would be laughing, but like hearing about it from third person, you're like, okay, that's kind of fucking cringy. But there were scenes during the paintball that I like actually laughed out loud. I was like, okay, this is like The Office style almost comedy. It was so cute. But it's interesting too that this is like the younger echo in like reversed slightly almost of The Politician's Wife by Pirate Fancier, the Dramione fanfic, where they're competing to get, the one position that opens up. They are bickering all the time. They're trying to do these power plays. They're manipulating kind of the people around them to do certain things. Super simpler.
I need to read that again. That was my first fanfic.
Oh my God. You started off with like a God tier. I'm going to read The Politician's Wife again.
Yeah, I think that's my next one.
It's so similar. I feel like you should do like A Politician's Wife and then The Hating Game and be like,
yeah, I need to reread it. I do think The Hating Game is a good intro contemporary rom-com for most people.
Yeah.
Because it's hard, like, there's something for everyone, and it's very, like, Hollywood generic.
Yeah.
In the best way.
Yes, yeah. Because I feel like if you have never strayed into, like, the rom-com-y, like, if you've read Allie Hazelwood, you probably like this, too. That kind of, my other recommendation is The Bodyguard by Katherine Center. I feel like very similar, but I'm pretty sure The Hating Game has smut in it.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're like, partners. If you want the non-smutty one, The Bodyguard. If you want smut, The Hating Game. And then this one's kind of out of pocket, but Potions, Poisons, and Policies by Courtney Thorne. I did not enjoy this one that much, but it's cutesy, funny bickering in this very similar way where they're like set up as rivals and they kind of hate each other, but then they kind of work together on some things and begrudging understanding. But then the guy has been loving her the whole time. Very similar, arcs, but maybe not done quite as well.
And then there's also a movie.
I keep forgetting about this. I need to watch the movie because it has Lily something in it, right? Or
she's very recognizable. I just don't know, like a Disney star, I think.
Yeah, she was in like Pretty Little Liars, right? Oh yeah, Lucy Hale.
There we go.
Yeah, she was in Pretty Little Liars, which I watched for like a season, and I'm like, this is not for me.
Wasn't she Snow White, or am I mixing up my brunette actresses?
No, yeah, because the girl in Snow, actually, I feel like she was in some kind of like weird fail movie. I know what you're talking about. Interesting. I would have to look, but there's a different girl who played in the like most recent remake of Snow White. But they do look similar.
Yeah.
The like petite square face. Just read The Hating Game. Honestly, I'm gonna like wrap it up as that because like this was phenomenal. If you are in a reading slump, The Hating Game by Sally Thorne can fix it. If you have never tried contemporary romance, highly recommend. If you want like a workplace something, if you've been in a Dramione hellhole for a while and you're like, I need to read a real book.
Julie Soto, too. Her contemporary romances are probably in like line with the same flavor.
I could see that. I would recommend Forget Me Not over the other one that we read. I feel like that's a little bit more similar, though I think the music one has a similar dynamic.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. So that was The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. 5 out of 5 stars. I'll probably reread this like once every like 3 or 4 years.
Thank God. It's about damn time.
Yep, I know. So I am very sorry. This is my public apology to Jordan for putting this off.
From Katie's shelf to yours.
We'll see you on the next page. Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Like and subscribe to us on YouTube or Patreon at Not Another Heroine to support our growing library and get access to exclusive bonus content.
Ready for the next page? We post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.